Exercise 8, page 150. Example: you will hear maps, streets. You will choose same. You will hear knives, forks. You will choose different. 1.
Prizes, ways.
2.
Lips, pants.
3.
Glasses, matches.
4.
Taxes, shirts.
5.
Plates, stars.
6.
Toes, fingers.
7.
Laws, maps.
8.
Lights, places.
Exercise 7, page 181. In the classroom.
I can't understand this math assignment.
I can help you with that.
Really? Can you explain this problem to me?
Well, we can't figure out the answer unless we do this part first.
Okay, but it's so hard.
Yeah, but I know you can do it. Just go slowly.
Class is almost over. Can you meet me after school today to finish this?
Well, I can't meet you right after school, but how about at 5?
Great.
Exercise 36, page 163. Part 1.
I'm looking for a new place to live.
How come?
My 2 roommates are moving out. I can't afford my apartment. I need a 1-bedroom.
I just helped a friend find one. I can help you. What else do you want?
I want to be near the subway, within walking distance, but I want a quiet location. I don't want to be on a busy street.
Anything else?
A small balcony would be nice.
That's expensive.
Yeah, I guess I'm dreaming.
Exercise 28, page 159. How some animals stay cool.
How do animals stay cool in hot weather? Many animals don't sweat like humans, so they have other ways to cool themselves. Dogs, for example, have a lot of fur and can become very hot. They stay cool mainly by panting. By the way, if you don't know what panting means, this is the sound of panting. Cats lick their paws and chests. When their fur is wet, they become cooler. Elephants have very large ears. When they are hot, they can flap their huge ears. The flapping ear acts like a fan and it cools them. Elephants also like to roll in the mud to stay cool.
Exercise 9, page 150. 1.
Names.
2.
Clocks.
3.
Eyes.
4.
Boats.
5.
Eyelashes.
6.
Ways.
7.
Lips.
8.
Bridges.
9.
Cars.
Exercise 10, page 150. 1.
This shirt comes in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large.
2.
I found this fax on my desk. It's for you.
3.
I found these faxes on my desk. They're for you.
4.
I'm not going to buy this car. The price is too high.
5.
I can't find my glasses anywhere. Have you seen them?
6.
The prize for the contest is a new bike.
Exercise 49, page 170. Example. You will hear, "The accident was my fault. I caused it. I was responsible." In other words, I blamed. You will write, myself. 1.
Be careful with that knife. It's very sharp. If you're not careful, you'll cut.
2.
My wife and I have our own business. We don't have a boss. In other words, we work for.
3.
Rebecca is home in bed because she has the flu. She's resting and drinking plenty of fluids. She's being careful about her health. In other words, she is taking care of.
4.
In a cafeteria, people walk through a section of the restaurant and pick up their food. They are not served by waiters. In other words, in a cafeteria, people serve.
5.
When Joe walked into the room, he didn't know anyone. He smiled confidently and began introducing.
6.
When I didn't get the new job, I felt sad and depressed. I sat in my apartment and felt sorry for.
Exercise 17, page 186. In a home office.
Look at this cord. Do you know what it's for?
I don't know. We have so many cords around here with all our electronic equipment. It could be for the printer, I guess.
No, I checked. The printer isn't missing a cord.
It might be for one of the kids' toys.
Yeah, I could ask. But they don't have many electronic toys.
I have an idea. It may be for the cell phone. You know, the one I had before this one?
I bet that's it. We can probably throw this out.
Well, let's be sure before we do that.
Exercise 32, page 194. Filling out a job application. 1.
The application has to be complete. You shouldn't skip any parts. If a section doesn't fit your situation, you can write NA, not applicable.
2.
You don't have to type it, but your writing has to be easy to read.
3.
You've got to use your full legal name, not your nickname.
4.
You've got to list the names and places of your previous employers.
5.
You have to list your education, beginning with either high school or college.
6.
You don't always have to apply in person. Sometimes you can do it online.
7.
You don't have to write some things, like the same telephone number, twice. You can write same as above.
8.
All spelling has to be correct.
Exercise 45, page 201. Puzzle steps. 1.
Write down the number of the month you were born. For example, write the number 2 if you were born in February. Write 3 if you were born in March, etc.
2.
Double the number.
3,
Add 5 to it.
4,
Multiply it by 50.
5,
Add your age.
6,
Subtract 250.
Exercise 13, page 184. Example. You will hear A. Where's Victor? B. I don't know. He may be sick. You will choose possibility. 1,
Mom, are these oranges sweet?
I don't know. I can't tell if an orange is sweet just by looking at it.
2,
What are you going to order?
I'm not sure. I might have pasta, or I might have pizza.
3,
Mom, can I have some candy?
No, but you can have an apple.
4,
What are you doing this weekend?
I don't know yet. I may go snowboarding with friends, or I may try to fix my motorcycle.
5,
May I have everyone's attention? The test is about to begin. If you need to leave the room during the examination, please raise your hand. You may not leave the room without asking. Are there any questions? No? Then you may open your test booklets and begin.
Chapter 7, Modal Auxiliaries. Exercise 3, page 179. 1,
I have to go downtown tomorrow.
2,
You must fasten your seatbelt.
3,
Could you please open the window?
4,
May I borrow your eraser?
5,
I'm not able to sign the contract today.
6,
Today is the deadline. You must sign it.
7,
I have got to go to the post office this afternoon.
8,
Shouldn't you save some of your money for emergencies?
9,
I feel bad for Elena. She has to have more surgery.
10,
Alexa, stop! You must not run into the street.
Exercise 59, page 177.
What do you do when you're feeling lonely?
I go someplace where I can be around other people. Even if they are strangers, I feel better when there are others around me. How about you?
That doesn't work for me. For example, if I'm feeling lonely and I go to a movie by myself, I look at all the other people who are there with their friends and family, and I start to feel even lonelier. So I try to find other things to do to keep myself busy. When I'm busy, I don't feel lonely.
Exercise 58, page 176. 1,
Did you buy the black jacket?
No, I bought the other one.
2,
One of my favorite colors is dark blue. Another one is red.
Me too.
3,
This looks like the wrong street. Let's go back and take the other road.
Okay.
4,
What's the best way to get downtown from here?
It's pretty far to walk. Some people take the bus. Others prefer the subway.
5,
When I was a kid, I had lots of pets. One was a black dog. Another was an orange cat. Some others were a goldfish and a turtle.
Pets are great for kids.
Exercise 15, page 267. A bike accident.
Did you hear about the accident outside the dorm entrance?
No, what happened?
A guy on a bike was hit by a taxi.
Was he injured?
Yeah, someone called an ambulance. He was taken to City Hospital and treated in the emergency room for cuts and bruises.
What happened to the taxi driver?
He was arrested for reckless driving.
He's lucky that the bicyclist wasn't killed.
Exercise 36, page 249, Part 2. 5.
Tom has never told a funny joke.
6.
Food has never tasted better.
7.
I've never slept on a hard mattress.
8.
I've never seen a scarier movie.
Exercise 37, page 280. Example. You will hear, "This towel is soaking wet. Please hang it up so it will get," you will write, "dry." 1.
In winter, the weather gets.
2.
In summer, the weather gets.
3.
I think I'll stop working. I'm getting.
4.
My brother is losing some of his hair. He's getting.
5.
Could I have a glass of water? I'm getting really.
6.
You don't look well. Are you getting...
Exercise 52, page 286. Part 3. Zoos.
Zoos are common around the world. The first zoo was established around 3,500 years ago by an Egyptian queen for her enjoyment. 500 years later, a Chinese emperor established a huge zoo to show his power and wealth. Later, zoos were established for the purpose of studying animals. Zoos were supposed to take good care of animals, but some of the early ones were dark holes or dirty cages. At that time, people became disgusted with the poor care the animals were given. Later, these early zoos were replaced by scientific institutions. Animals were studied and kept in better conditions there. These research centers became the first modern zoos. Because zoos want to treat animals well and encourage breeding, animals today are put in large natural settings instead of small cages. They are fed a healthy diet and are watched carefully for any signs of disease. Most zoos have specially trained veterinarians and a hospital for their animals. Today, animals in these zoos are treated well, and zoo breeding programs have saved many different types of animals.
Exercise 12, page 237. Example. You will hear, "I am the shortest person in our family." You will choose shortest. My family. 1.
My father is younger than my mother.
2.
My mother is the tallest person in our family.
3.
My father is a fun person to be around. He seems happy all the time.
4.
My mother was happier when she was younger.
5.
I have twin sisters. They are older than me.
6.
I have one brother. He is the funniest person in our family.
7,
He is a doctor. He works hard every day.
8,
My sisters just like to have fun. I don't think they work hard at all.
Exercise 42, page 282. Example. You will hear, "What time are you accustomed to getting up?" You will write, "Are you accustomed to?" 1,
What are you accustomed to doing in the evenings?
2,
What time are you used to going to bed?
3,
What are you accustomed to having for breakfast?
4,
Are you accustomed to living in this area?
5,
Do you live with someone or do you live alone? Are you used to that?
6,
Are you used to speaking English every day?
7,
What are you accustomed to doing on weekends?
8,
What do you think about the weather here? Are you used to it?
Exercise 51, page 286. Example. You will hear, "Visitors at a museum are not supposed to touch the art." You will choose T, true. 1,
Doctors are supposed to take good care of their patients.
2,
Passengers in a car are not supposed to buckle their seat belts.
3,
Teachers are supposed to help their students.
4,
Airline pilots are supposed to sleep during short flights.
5,
People who live in apartments are supposed to pay the rent on time.
6,
A dog is not supposed to obey its master.
7,
People in a movie theater are supposed to turn off their cell phones.
8,
People in libraries are supposed to speak quietly.
Exercise 15, page 238. Example. You will hear, "I need help. Please come as soon as possible." You will choose A. Please come quickly. 1,
Frank owns a coffee shop. Business is busier this year for him than last year.
2,
I've known Stephen for years. He's the friendliest person I know.
3,
Sam expected a hard test, but it wasn't as hard as he expected.
4,
The road ends here. This is as far as we can go.
5,
John's decision to leave his job was the worst decision he has ever made.
6,
I don't know if we'll get to the theater on time, but I'm driving as fast as I can.
7,
When you do the next assignment, please be more careful.
8,
The dessert looks delicious, but I've eaten as much as I can.
9,
It takes about an hour to drive to the airport, and my flight takes an hour. So the drive takes as long as my flight.
Exercise 26, page 274. Example. You will hear, "Linda loves her grandchildren. She is devoted to them." You will write 2. 1,
When will you be done with your work?
2,
I hope it's sunny tomorrow. I'm tired of this rainy weather.
3.
Jason is excited about going to Hollywood.
4.
Are you prepared for the driver's license test?
5.
The students are involved in many school activities.
6.
The kids want some new toys. They're bored with their old ones.
7.
Sam is engaged to his childhood sweetheart.
8.
Some animals are terrified of thunderstorms.
Exercise 42, page 253. Gold versus silver.
Gold is similar to silver. They are both valuable metals that people use for jewelry, but they aren't the same. Gold is not the same color as silver. Gold is also different from silver in cost. Gold is more expensive than silver.
2 zebras.
Look at the 2 zebras in the picture. Their names are Z and B. Z looks like B. Is Z exactly the same as B? The pattern of the stripes on each zebra in the world is unique. No 2 zebras are exactly alike. Even though Z and B are similar to each other, they are different from each other in the exact pattern of their stripes.
Exercise 17, page 268. Swimming pools.
Swimming pools are very popular nowadays, but can you guess when swimming pools were first built? Was it 100 years ago? 500 years ago? 1,000 years ago? Actually, ancient Romans and Greeks built the first swimming pools. Male athletes and soldiers swam in them for training. Believe it or not, as early as 1 BC, a heated swimming pool was designed for a wealthy Roman. But swimming pools did not become popular until the middle of the 1800s. The City of London built 6 indoor swimming pools. Soon after, the modern Olympic Games began, and swimming races were included in the events. After this, swimming pools became even more popular, and now they are found all over the world.
Exercise 28, page 275. Example. You will hear, "My earrings are made of gold." You will write, "are made of." 1.
This fruit is spoiled. I think I'd better throw it out.
2.
When we got to the post office, it was closed.
3.
Oxford University is located in Oxford, England.
4.
Haley doesn't like to ride in elevators. She's scared of small spaces.
5.
What's the matter? Are you hurt?
6.
Excuse me, could you please tell me how to get to the bus station from here? I am lost.
7.
Your name is Tom Hood? Are you related to Mary Hood?
8.
Where's my wallet? It's gone. Did someone take it?
9.
Oh no. Look at my sunglasses. I sat on them and now they are broken.
10.
It's starting to rain. Are all of the windows shut?
Exercise 31, page 276. Example. You will hear, "It was a frightening experience." You will choose frightening. 1.
Jane doesn't like school because of the boring classes and assignments.
2.
The store manager stole money from the cash register. His shocked employees couldn't believe it.
3.
I bought a new camera. I read the directions twice, but I didn't understand them. They were too confusing for me.
4.
I was out to dinner with a friend and spilled a glass of water on his pants. I felt very embarrassed, but he was very nice about it.
5.
Every year for their anniversary, I surprise my parents with dinner at a different restaurant.
6.
We didn't enjoy the movie. It was too scary for the kids.
Exercise 23, page 242. Example: France, Brazil. You will hear A. France isn't as large as Brazil. You will choose T, true. You will hear B. France is bigger than Brazil. You will choose F, false. 1. A sidewalk, a road.
A. A sidewalk is as wide as a road. B. A road is wider than a sidewalk.
2. A hill, a mountain.
A. A hill isn't as high as a mountain. B. A hill is higher than a mountain.
3. A mountain path, a mountain peak.
A. In general, hiking along a mountain path is more dangerous than climbing a mountain peak. B. In general, hiking along a mountain path is less dangerous than climbing a mountain peak.
4. Toes, fingers.
A. Toes are longer than fingers. B. Fingers aren't as long as toes. C. Toes are shorter than fingers.
5. Basic math, algebra.
A. Basic math isn't as hard as algebra. B. Algebra is harder than basic math. C. Basic math is as confusing as algebra. D. Basic math is less confusing than algebra.
Chapter 10. The passive. Exercise 3, page 260. An office building at night. 1.
The janitors clean the building at night. The building is cleaned by the janitors at night.
2.
Window washers wash the windows. The windows are washed by window washers.
3.
A window washer is washing a window right now. A window is being washed by a window washer right now.
4.
The security guard has checked the offices. The offices have been checked by the security guard.
5.
The security guard discovered an open window. An open window was discovered by the security guard.
6.
The security guard found an unlocked door. An unlocked door was found by the security guard.
7.
The owner will visit the building tomorrow. The building will be visited by the owner tomorrow.
8.
The owner is going to announce new parking fees. New parking fees are going to be announced by the owner.
Exercise 33, page 277. Situation. Julie was walking along the edge of the fountain outside her office building. She was with her coworker and friend, Paul. Suddenly, she lost her balance and accidentally fell into the water. 1.
Julie was really embarrassed.
2.
Falling into the fountain was really embarrassing.
3.
Her friend Paul was shocked by the sight.
4.
It was a shocking sight.
5.
The people around the office building were very surprised when they saw Julie in the fountain.
6.
And Julie had a surprised look on her face.
7.
When she fell into the fountain, some people laughed at her. It was an upsetting experience.
8.
The next day, Julie was a little depressed because she thought she had made a fool of herself.
9.
Her friend Paul told her not to lose her sense of humor. He told her it was just another interesting experience in life.
10.
He said that people were probably interested in hearing about how she fell into the fountain.
Exercise 11, page 296. Example. You will hear, "Watch out! There's ice on the sidewalk." You will write, "No, nothing." 1.
At our school, teachers don't use chalk anymore.
2.
Where is the soap? Did you use all of it?
3.
The manager's suggestions were very helpful.
4.
Which suggestion sounded best to you?
5.
Is this ring made of real gold?
6.
We have a lot of storms with thunder and lightning.
7.
During the last storm, I found my daughter under her bed.
8.
Please put the cap back on the toothpaste.
9.
What do you want to do with all this stuff in the hall closet?
10.
We have too much soccer and hockey equipment.
Exercise 34, page 313. Ice cream headaches.
Have you ever eaten something really cold like ice cream and suddenly gotten a headache? This is known as an ice cream headache. About 30% of the population gets this type of headache. Here is one theory about why ice cream headaches occur. The roof of your mouth has a lot of nerves. When something cold touches these nerves, they want to warm up your brain. They make your blood vessels swell up, get bigger, and this causes a lot of pain. Ice cream headaches generally go away after about 30 to 60 seconds. The best way to avoid these headaches is to keep cold food off the roof of your mouth.
Exercise 39, page 392.
Angela called and asked me where Bill was. I told her he was in the lunchroom. She asked when he would be back. I said he would be back around 2. I asked her if I could do something for her. She said that Bill had the information she needed, and only he could help her. I told her that I would leave him a message. She thanked me and hung up.
Exercise 44, page 366. 1.
My professor goes through the lecture material too quickly. It is difficult for us to follow him. He needs to slow down and give us time to understand the key points.
2.
Asking others about themselves and their lives is one of the secrets of getting along with other people. If you want to make and keep friends, it is important to be sincerely interested in other people's lives.
3.
Large bee colonies have 80,000 workers. These worker bees must visit 50 million flowers to make 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds of honey. It's easy to see why busy as a bee is a common expression.
Chapter 14, Noun Clauses. Exercise 21, page 381. Example. You will hear, Man, I heard Jack is in jail. I can't believe it. Woman, neither can I. The police said he robbed a house. They must have the wrong person. You will say, The man is shocked that Jack is in jail. The woman is sure that the police have the wrong person. 1.
My English teacher is really good. I like her a lot.
That's great. I'm glad you're enjoying your class.
2.
How do you feel, honey? You might have the flu.
I'm okay, Mom. Honest. I don't have the flu.
3.
Did you really fail your chemistry course? How is that possible?
I didn't study hard enough. Now I won't be able to graduate on time.
4.
Rachel, hello. It's nice to see you.
Hi, it's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
5.
Carol has left. Look, her closet is empty. Her suitcases are gone. She won't be back. I just know it.
She'll be back.
Chapter 11. Count, non-count nouns and articles. Exercise 3, page 291. Example. You will hear, I have a bad toothache. You will choose a. 1.
We have a holiday next week.
2.
What are you going to do?
3.
Thomas told an unusual story.
4.
Thomas often tells unusual stories.
5.
I have an idea.
6.
Let's go shopping.
7.
There's a sale on shirts and jeans.
8.
Let's leave in an hour.
9.
Here's a message for you.
10.
You need to call your boss.
Exercise 22, page 354.
Have you made any vacation plans?
Well, I wanted to stay home because I don't like traveling. I hate packing and unpacking suitcases. But my wife loves to travel and wanted to take a boat trip somewhere.
So, what are you going to do?
Well, we couldn't agree, so we decided to stay home and be tourists in our own town.
Interesting. What are you planning to do?
Well, we haven't seen the new Museum of Space yet. There's also a new art exhibit downtown. And my wife would like to take a boat trip in the harbor. Actually, when we began talking about it, we discovered there were lots of things to do.
Sounds like a great solution.
Yeah, we're both really excited about seeing more of our own town.
Exercise 28, page 334. Example. You will hear, "The university I want to attend is in New York." You will choose A. I want to go to a university, and C. The university is in New York. 1.
The plane which I'm taking to Denver leaves at 7 a.m.
2.
The store that has the best vegetables is also the most expensive.
3.
The eggs which my husband made for our breakfast were cold.
4.
The person who sent me an email was trying to get my bank account number.
5.
The hotel clerk my wife spoke with on the phone is going to give us a room with a view.
Exercise 33, page 337. Example. You will hear, "The neighbor who's selling her house is moving overseas." You will choose whose, apostrophe S. 1.
I like the people whose house we went to.
2.
The man whose daughter is a doctor is very proud.
3.
The man who's standing by the window has a daughter at Oxford University.
4.
I know a girl whose parents are both airline pilots.
5.
I know a girl who's lonely because her parents travel a lot.
6.
I met a 70-year-old woman who's planning to go to college.
Exercise 36, page 339. Friendly advice.
A magazine that I saw at the doctor's office had an article you ought to read. It's about the importance of exercise in dealing with stress.
Why do you think I should read an article which deals with exercise and stress?
If you stop and think for a minute, you can answer that question yourself. You're under a lot of stress, and you don't get any exercise.
The stress that I have at work doesn't bother me. It's just a normal part of my job. And I don't have time to exercise.
Well, you should make time. Anyone whose job is as stressful as yours should make physical exercise part of their daily routine.
Chapter 13. Gerunds and Infinitives. Exercise 4, page 343. Example. You will hear A. I enjoy watching sports on TV, especially soccer. B. Me too. You will write, enjoy watching. 1.
When you finish doing your homework, could you help me in the kitchen?
Sure.
2.
Do you have any plans for this weekend?
Henry and I talked about seeing the dinosaur exhibit at the museum.
3.
I didn't understand the answer. Would you mind explaining it?
I'd be happy to.
4.
I'm thinking about not attending the meeting tomorrow.
Really? Why? I hope you go. We need your input.
5.
I've been working on this math problem for the last half hour, and I still don't understand it.
Well, don't give up. Keep trying.
Chapter 12. Adjective clauses. Exercise 20, page 329. My mother's hospital stay. Example. You will hear, The doctor who treated my mother was very knowledgeable. You will choose who. 1,
The doctor whom my mother saw first spent a lot of time with her.
2,
The doctor I called for a second opinion was very patient and understanding.
3,
The room that my mother had was private.
4,
The medicine which she took worked better than she expected.
5,
The hospital that my mom chose specializes in women's care.
6,
The day my mom came home happened to be her birthday.
7,
I thanked the people that helped my mom.
8,
The staff whom I met were all excellent.
Exercise 7, page 150.
Pants. Cars. Boxes. Pens. Wishes. Lakes.
Exercise 8, page 234. 1,
Old shoes are more comfortable for me than new shoes.
2,
I like food from other countries better than food from my country.
3,
Winter is more enjoyable than summer for me.
4,
I am the most talkative person in my family.
5,
I am the friendliest person in my family.
6,
Cooked vegetables are tastier than raw vegetables.
7,
Taking a bath is more relaxing than taking a shower.
8,
Speaking English is the easiest of all the English skills for me.
Exercise 21, page 219. Part 1. To get more information. 1,
I'm gonna drop this class.
You are? Why? What's the matter?
2,
My laptop doesn't have enough memory for this application.
Really? Are you sure?
3,
I can read Braille.
You can? How did you learn to do that?
To disagree. 4,
I love this weather.
I don't.
5,
I didn't like the movie.
I did.
6,
I'm excited about graduation.
I'm not.
Chapter 8. Connecting Ideas. Exercise 11, page 213. Paying it forward.
A few days ago, a friend and I were driving from Benton Harbor to Chicago. We didn't have any delays for the first hour, but we ran into some highway construction near Chicago. The traffic wasn't moving. My friend and I sat and waited. We talked about our jobs, our families, and the terrible traffic. Slowly it started to move. We noticed a black sports car on the shoulder. Its blinker was on. The driver obviously wanted to get back into traffic. Car after car passed without letting him in. I decided to do a good deed, so I motioned for him to get in line ahead of me. He waved thanks, and I waved back at him. All the cars had to stop at a toll booth a short way down the road. I held out my money to pay my toll, but the toll taker just smiled and waved me on. She told me that the man in the black sports car had already paid my toll. Wasn't that a nice way of saying thank you?
Exercise 15, page 215. A strong storm. Example, you will hear, "My husband saw a tree fall, but you will write, didn't. 1.
The noise lasted only a short time, but the wind and rain.
2.
Some roads were underwater, but ours.
3.
Our neighbors didn't lose any trees, but we.
4.
My son got scared, but my daughter.
5.
My son couldn't sleep, but my daughter.
6.
My daughter can sleep through anything, but my son.
7.
We still need help cleaning up from the storm, but our neighbors.
8.
We will be okay, but some people.
Exercise 28, page 223. Understanding the scientific term matter.
The word matter is a chemical term. Matter is anything that has weight. This book, your finger, water, a rock, air, and the moon are all examples of matter. Heat and radio waves are not matter because they do not have weight. Happiness, dreams, and fears have no weight and are not matter.
Exercise 33, page 225. Example, you will hear, "Because there was a sale at the mall." You will choose B. There were a lot of shoppers. 1.
Even though I looked all over the house for my keys.
2.
Although it was a hot summer night, we went inside and shut the windows because.
3.
My brother came to my graduation ceremony, although.
4.
Because the package cost so much to send.
5.
Even though the soccer team won the game.
Chapter 9. Comparisons. Exercise 4, page 231. Example, you will hear, "Brigitte isn't as old as Laura." You will write, "isn't as old as." 1.
Laura is as old as Tanya.
2.
Sylvia isn't as old as Laura.
3.
Sylvia and Brigitte aren't as old as Tanya.
4.
Brigitte isn't quite as old as Sylvia.
5.
Brigitte is almost as old as Sylvia.
Exercise 50, page 204.
Why don't we go dancing tonight?
I don't know how to dance.
Oh, then why don't we go to a movie?
I don't like movies.
You don't like movies?
No.
Well then, let's go to a restaurant for dinner.
That's a waste of money.
Well, you do what you want tonight, but I'm going to go out and have a good time.
Chapter 6. Nouns and Pronouns. Exercise 6, page 149. Example, you will hear, "books." You will choose, "yes." You will hear, "class." You will choose, "no." 1.
Hat.
2,
toys,
3,
pages,
4,
bridge,
5,
keys,
6,
dish,